he told me that he was going around to multiple locations on election day, and the prayers weren't working.
And that's my understanding. So the lady tells you that there's a place where a lot of black voters went, and all the black voters were suspended. 2 questions. Where was this location again? And what happens when a voter is suspended? Are they not allowed to vote during that election?
So, like I say, that to me, that is really taking a backseat to all the rest of everything. But I didn't ever find out for sure what location she was at, because when I started asking her specific questions, that at that point, Kano and Campolo had gotten to her, and I know they told her, like, if you're talking to Jessica Waller, then you can't. Okay, I don't know, I don't have proof that they said you can't work the election. I do know that verbatim what Kano and Campolo told me after they saw me going off and being mad about all this is that if I expose all of this, then they said it's going to kill the blue vote, because all these minorities will know or think, for sure that their vote doesn't count. And that made me more mad, because I'm like, okay, well, they're not cowards like you. They're not going to be like, oh, okay, well, let's just not vote. And so, at that point, I knew that she had been, like, talking to them, because she said that verbatim. She said, Jessica, if you, write this article, like, in hindsight, kind of, like, regretting that she ever told me, because they're pressuring her, just like my editor, they're pressuring him. She's saying, oh, it's gonna really thwart the blue vote in Tarrant County. And so I said, which locations did you work at? And she said, I had student workers there. There was people that, she said, they all say, we're like a family. And so she didn't want to tell me where she worked at. But I have a really strong notion that it was Precinct 4, because I did some digging on her, and that's where it appears that she lives. So it seems like it would be Precinct 4. I don't know that.
Okay, Precinct 4 is what area of town?
Honestly, I don't know. I don't even know if that was where she was working. But I do know that that's what she said, and, she wouldn't have said that if it wasn't true. Okay. I don't think. Why would she just make that up, So, if it was happening at that location, it was probably happening in a lot of the locations. And if you read my stories, it's just undeniable evidence of left and right. The guy who was running against O'Hare, he's an old friend of mine, way back from middle school, East Texas. And he told me that Trevor Bucher, I think you know him.
Uh-huh.
He told me that he was going around to multiple locations on election day, and the prayers weren't working. And then, there was a bag. There was a freaking bag that they were putting the provisional votes in. Kano, I have her on record saying it was a big orange bag, and that's not. That's against the law. Like, they're supposed to put all the votes in a locked ballot box. And then I confirmed that with Diane, because I said, what did y'all do with the provisional votes? And she was a judge at her location, because, there's an ungodly amount of precincts in Fort Worth, and that's part of their strategy. It's like over 700 precincts. And, so it's like, this is what they're doing right now. The Republicans are just trying to overwhelm the entire system. And somehow they just came up, I guess, like during COVID or something, to where they're just overwhelming everything. To where, like, the Democrats will just give up and be like, well, damn, this is out of control now. And, so I don't even know, like, if they had a location at every precinct, but I know that there must have been hundreds of locations. So,
yeah, she doesn't know.
like I say,
long story short, she doesn't know.
That really,